In a garden, we notice various kinds of flowers. Flowers are considered to be the reproductive part of the plant. When we observe a flower closely, we find that it possesses both the male and female reproductive organs. Let us study the structure of a flower in detail. At the axis of the flowering branch, we find small leaf-like outgrowths called the bracts. The stalk of this flower is called the peduncle, which has a swollen structure known as the thalamus. Calyx is the outermost whorl of the flower. It is composed of sepals, which are usually green in color. It is the outermost non-essential whorl of the flower, and one of its main functions is to protect the flower in its bud stage. Being green in color, it also helps in photosynthesis. The next inner whorl is the corolla. It is composed of petals, which are large and showy. They are brightly colored and attract insects for pollination. The next inner whorl is the androecium, which is composed of a number of stamens. Each stamen consists of a filament, anther, and a connective. A close observation of the anthers shows the presence of two lobes called the anther lobes. Each of these contains numerous pollen grains. When the stamen is mature, these pollen grains are released. A magnified view of a pollen grain shows the hard, thorny outer covering called the exine. Below this is a soft layer called the intine. We also find a nucleus and a generative cell embedded in the cytoplasm. If we closely observe the gynoecium, which is the female reproductive part of a flower, it has a terminal knob-like portion known as the stigma. The stigma continues as a thin stalk-like structure called the style, which ends into a swollen pear-shaped body known as an ovary. A section of the ovary shows chambers known as locules. Inside these locules, we find the ovules. The ovules are attached to the ovary by the placenta, which is a thin layer of tissue.